Danger Dolan. From weather generators securing presidential elections to entire periods of history that apparently never happened, we count 15 outrageous real-life conspiracies that have developed over the years.
Number 15.
A fake moon landing. It was all done in a Hollywood studio with cameras and special effects, simply so America could beat the Soviets in the space race. It was all so top secret that even astronauts weren't informed. They were transported in billion-dollar equipment and rocket ships to LA, where wardrobe and makeup prepped their spacesuits for a 1969 television special. In fact, this conspiracy is so filled with truth that the space station currently floating above our world is actually tunneling underground in a mole machine using long-distance magnets to hold a camera in orbit so it just seems like they're floating in space. The human race might not have landed on the moon, but we're pretty good at making up stupid crap.
Number 14.
Kaithal Hue Is Real. It was 1997 when we heard an ultra-low frequency underwater murmur from deep beneath a remote point of the Pacific Ocean. It somewhat resembled a sound something alive would make, but way louder than a blue whale, known itself to be the loudest animal ever. And to make things worse, it occurred very close to the supposed fictional city of Ryla from Lovecraft's stories. Around the world, we're still preparing for the arrival of our malevolent underwater dwelling deity, but so far he's stood us up, and we don't need to take this. We're a single independent species who don't need no elder god.
Number 13.
Occupy Wall Street. Every time a radical group pops up supporting some belief we don't find mainstream, more often than not we see them as brainwashed. According to one conspiracy, the OWS is controlled by the internet group Anonymous, intended to plunge America into civil war. Get this, by pushing drugs and raping protesters. That's it. That's the scope of their plan, to toke up and drop trowel on the nearest people in a 1-mile radius who don't support their belief. Because nothing says we're the good guys like pushing your junk in their face in the name of anti-capitalism.
Number 12.
Wingding's font. When you type the letters NYC into that word font we've all used at least once, which transforms letters into symbols, NYC shows up as a skull, and then a Star of David, and then a thumbs up. Conspiracy theorists claim this is definitive proof there is a secret message approving the murdering of Jews, specifically in New York City. Likewise, the letters Q33NY change into an image of the Twin Tower attacks from September 11th, which is clear proof that letters from a crazy font was warning us about a terrorist attack well in advance using the obscure no relation letters Q33NY. Al-Qaeda likely typed the numbers 58008 into their calculators to trigger the attack.
Number 11.
A Stargate. We all know about the Large Hadron Collider built by CERN and how it nearly destroyed the world by producing a miniature black hole, a conspiracy in itself. But what about those same scientists building a Stargate to revive the Egyptian god of death, Osiris, with photographic proof of the Hindu god Shiva standing at the entrance of the Large Hadron Collider? Allegations were thrown around, scientists laughed and laughed, and we never could find this fabled Stargate into the underworld, but perhaps the answer lies in the holy scribe of wingdings.
Number 10.
The Middle Ages. According to German publisher Herbert Illig, that era known to humankind as the Middle Ages, get this, never happened! A series of forgeries and manipulations by the Vatican, books rewritten, false accounts created. No, in the early Middle Ages, 300 years elapsed and everything we know about it is wrong. For all we know, the earth opened up and mole people took over. But we'll never know because one signature on some 1500-year-old parchment looks a bit wonky.
Number 9.
President Obama. You might think this topic on the list is about his election or about some deeply personal matter that has to do with his presidency, but no. Some people claim President Obama can control weather with a magical machine. Every time Obama gets in a scandal or embarrassing situation, a tornado turns up, or a catastrophic storm shows up to secure his re-election. And it happens so frequently that we are apparently getting suspicious. From theories about the involvement of X-Men to convincing graph images that demonstrate nature just can't do this shit, I for one am convinced beyond reason.
Number 8.
Pyramid Conductors. This comes from a series of stone reliefs found at the Dendera temple complex, which, on close inspection, seem to resemble electrical lighting systems and circuits. Furthermore, the empty pyramid passageways couldn't have been lit by torches that crumbled away. No, it must have been electricity running through the walls. Forgetting the enormous pile of hieroglyph material which detail ancient Egyptian life, and ignoring the impossibility of our species discovering a life-changing formula, and whoops, forgetting it because magically lighting things is so 10,000 AD, clearly Egypt was an advanced civilization that lived in electronic luxury, while plebs wrote about simple things like agriculture because discussing inventions and discoveries was apparently forbidden. I see no holes in this logic.
Number 7.
Xbox One. Bit of controversy over the unveiling of this gaming console. Restrictions, focus on TV, and a creepy camera watching your every move. Early on during a demonstration, the internet went into an uproar because apparently that same camera could see through your clothes, with one guy's wang clearly visible in a test photo. It turns out it was just a fold in his pants, but even today the allegations continue that we're slowly turning into a Big Brother planet full of cameras watching us 24/7. The government is so deeply interested in watching our overweight, Cheeto-covered naked bodies fumble around for a gaming controller. It's a matter of national security.
Number 6.
Dungeons and Dragons. Tipper Gore wrote a 1987 book about raising kids in our current society, in which she dedicated an entire chapter to calling out D&D, that quirky little board game and fantasy series, as a horrifying cult linked to teenage suicides and murders. Forget Call of Duty, back then it was all about slaughtering mythical demons and mistaking said demons for infants and old people in real life. It was like the video game violence is bad spiel from before video games were around. Board game violence will lead to riot on the streets with people rolling dice to walk from pavement square to pavement square, slaughtering thousands of immobile people that somewhat but don't really resemble dragons.
Number 5.
Hitler. Just like with Elvis or Marilyn Monroe, someone always comes along to claim that the leader of the Nazis is still around to this day, hitting up some beach in the Bahamas for a quick tan and a margarita. It started up in the 1970s and took off for a while before it died down, but people continue to believe it's possible. Today, when Hitler would turn 125 years old, possibly living as a cyborg or a brain in a jar, controlling world events from a top secret bunker. He blows one bubble in the jar and it means commit genocide on a race of people. 2 bubbles means snack time, sprinkling in little fish biscuits.
Number 4.
Reptile People. This is a theory from BBC reporter David Icke, that humanity is being secretly controlled by a pack of shape-shifting alien reptile people, whose members include Barack Obama and George W. Bush, along with the British royal family. According to one interview with the confidant of late Princess Diana, she secretly acknowledged their whole family were reptilian aliens who could shapeshift, with key members strewn all over the world to prepare for the enslavement of humanity. They apparently come from the star system Alpha Draconis, but when I consult my personal Able, it won't tell me exactly how long, which clearly means aliens have tampered with it.
Number 3.
Shark Spies. 2010, a series of shark attacks off the coast of Egypt led to a huge plummet in the tourism industry, and instead of turning around to say, well, it's likely just a bunch of random sharks, no, the Egyptian government claimed they were remote-controlled shark spies sent by Israel. Egyptian divers investigated and found sinister-looking GPS devices on the sharks, apparently proving the theory. But wait, scientists had planted them on the sharks to keep track of their movements. The entire community of Egypt instigated a collective facepalm.
Number 2.
Adam and Eve. It's the old story of creationism versus evolution, but with an outer space twist. It goes that an ancient spaceship piloted by Noah, get it, Noah's Ark, brought the extraterrestrials Adam and Eve to planet Earth. Declassified documents reveal that there might have been a crashed flying saucer in Turkey, which may have actually been the Ark come to its final resting place. All the millions of ancient bones, fossils, and geological indicators are faked by the aliens because we descended from aliens. Mystery solved.
Number 1.
A man named Duncan Cameron claims he accidentally jumped off a Navy ship during a top secret experiment, only to have his soul ripped from his body and implanted in a new host so that, after a long series of events, channel Bigfoot, the mythical monster from another dimension, back into our dimension. It's honestly one of the more plausible conspiracies, and I just wish he would open up a PayPal account so I could fund his efforts, because Bigfoot needs to come home. It is past his bedtime. That is it for this countdown. Have a good one!